Modern medicine has brought humans the ability to make special prostheses for those who have lost limbs. However, in the animal world, this phenomenon is still extremely rare. If an animal loses any part of its body, then it has to learn to do without it on its own. But not in our story today. Today, we will tell you how, thanks to engineering ingenuity, a 90-year-old turtle was saved. This incredible story took place in Pembrokeshire, Wales. Jude Ryder's family had a tortoise named Mrs. T. All summer, she freely moved around the area near their house, and in the winter, like all tortoises, she fell into a long hibernation. So that no one disturbed Mrs. T during hibernation, she was settled in a barn for this time. It was warm and dry there, the owners rarely visited there, so she slept very sweetly until spring. However, a great misfortune happened this winter. A huge rat made its way into the shed where Mrs. T was sleeping. In addition to the fact that the rat managed to gnaw on a large number of the owner's things, she also could not resist the delicacy in the form of a turtle and attacked her. This story could have ended much sadder if, by a happy coincidence, the owner, Jude, was not nearby at that time. She heard a strange rustling sound from the barn and peered inside. This saved the turtle's life. The rat ran away, but Jude saw with horror that Mrs. T had lost her forelimbs. The rat managed to gnaw them off. Without a moment's hesitation, she grabbed the turtle and took it to the veterinary clinic. An operation was planned to save the pet, the total cost of which was £1,000. That's about $1,500. If this operation was not done in time, then infection could occur and the tortoise would have to be euthanized. Jude did not hesitate. She paid all the expenses, and soon after the recovery, she was able to take the tortoise home. At home, a new problem arose, and now Mrs. T could not move independently to get food for herself in the yard of the house. So Jude turned to her son, named Dale, who was an engineer, for help. He then came up with a special design, thanks to which Mrs. T regained her freedom of movement. Dale took the wheels from a toy plane and attached them to the shell using a special frame. This has become a kind of homemade prosthesis for the tortoise.